Woohoo! Now City wanted a Spaniard playing Tiki Taka. Pep didn't want it, he couldn't stand it, he refused to, so I. Now, come on, what was I supposed to do? There was only one man in town, and his big beard was so fine. Pep was appointed to bring back Tiki Taka. He only got the job because Pep had a spatter. His skills as a manager didn't really matter. Pep hates Tiki Taka. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Big Herb the Nerd, and welcome to this new series, Pep Hates Tiki Taka, which is probably a little bit of a misleading name, because we're actually just going to recreate the Tiki Taka style. I did read somewhere that Pep himself hates the term Tiki Taka, as it means passing pointlessly for no reason, just passing for the sake of passing. But, you know, we don't care what Pep says. We're bringing Tiki Taka to Man City. Much like our gegenpressing style, we're going to look to build a Tiki Taka based tactic and then get that working with Manchester City. See if we can beat the amount of cups that we did with Liverpool in the last series. So 2 season save. Can we bring in the right players? Can we get this Tiki Taka style working at Manchester City? Hoping we can, because let's be honest, they've got a pretty good team. So I have played the off season. I have started the build on a tactic, and this is that tactic. Oh, this isn't the tactic. What's going on here? There we go. I also have downloaded the higher tempo press skin. The links will be down below because it gives you that detail in the game to give you all the stats, which is much better, is what I was looking for. But this is the tactic we have gone for. So we've gone for 4-3-3, I think it is labelled up as, with that ball-winning midfield role and the front three with the inside forwards. So we have gone for a sweeper keeper at the back. Wing-backs on attack to make sure these guys are getting forward, with 2 ball-playing defenders in the centre. We then have a defensive midfielder on ball-winning midfielder, someone to run around, police and win the ball back if it does come into this half. We then have a deep line playmaker and an advanced playmaker with 2 inside forwards and a trequartist. Let's just call him a trick up top. So the idea being, so for much like gegenpressing actually, Tiki Taka is about having possession-based football. If you lose the ball, pressing quickly, closing down, winning the ball back as quick as you can. But it's not about, as we did with gegenpressing, which was balls over the top, balls into space, run on, counter-attack quickly. This is more, once you get the ball back, slow the pace down of the game, pass it around, work the ball a lot until you find that opening, then attack with pace and score. So the idea being, we get the wing backs forward. So in attack, we have our 2 playmakers here. You don't normally play with 2 playmakers. I wouldn't normally play with 2 playmakers in the middle because they tend to counter each other out. You don't want too many people trying to play the ball. But in this case, we do want that. You got your wing backs coming forward, coming to work on the outside of these inside forwards who will step inside, and then you've got your trequartist who will drop into this hole, pick up the ball, lay it off to the inside forwards. So they become your attacking outlet. You've got these guys pushing forward as well, and then the width being supplied by the wing backs. And because we want to keep the ball, I mean the defenders, if they do get the ball, we'll be playing out of defence, we're looking for them to pass into these guys here, or find the wing backs, or find the inside forwards if they can. So this is the setup. As you can see, there's not too many areas of red where there's issues, maybe behind the wing backs. But having this defensive midfielder as a ball-winning midfielder on defend, mean that he will drop in here and split the 2 defenders to enable us to have 3 at the back at all time, provide that width if the wing backs get too far forward. If we have a look at team instructions, we have gone for a control mentality. Just a normal tempo. Because I think at times you want it to be higher and at times you want it to be lower, so normal seems fine. Fairly balanced on width. We've gone for a slightly higher defensive line, push up. It's the threat of the balls over the top, but we've got quite pacey defenders. Well, we got 1 in terms of stones, but also we want to push them into their half. We want to win the ball back in their half. We have closing down on more, use tighter marking, get stuck in. Found that was effective on the gegenpressing tactic, that they weren't just marking them up, they were actually putting those tackles in as well. Passing we have on shorter and retain possession clicked, so we are making sure the passes are short and we are only making those safe passes for now. Play out of defence, as we want to play out the fence. And then in the attacking section, we have look for overlaps so we can release those wing backs around the outside. We've got work the ball into the box to try and stop those long shots. We also have low crosses on, mainly because we'll be playing in Sergio Aguero, who is small, or Raheem Sterling, not that small, Gabriel Jesus, and Bernardo Silva, a bit taller, but still not the lowest. So we don't want to float these crosses in. We want them low crosses across the floor. Let's keep the ball on the deck. And then we've got roam from positions as well. So when we're all in this top half of the pitch, everybody's crisscrossing each other. There's no, no one's sticking. We're not sticking to a rigid structure. I did forget to say as well. Team shape is on very fluid again to aid that defenders will attack and attackers will defend. So that's the team instructions we've gone for. In terms of individual player instructions, I don't think we've set anything as of yet. Oh, we've got the central defenders on closed down less. So again, the same with gegenpressing, so they don't get pulled into the mix. When we have this back three, we want this back three to be holding firm, not getting drawn into what the rest of the team are doing. We will be selecting shoot less often on some of the guys. I think it's already selected for the advanced playmakers on support. And that's it really. So just these guys on closed down less. And that's how we've gone for team instructions. But like I said, this is the start of the tactic. In terms of differences to the gegenpressing style, the intensity of this one's a lot lower, which is nice. And that's to do with that tempo. But we'll see how we play, because we need to work plays in slowly, build it in, and not get caught on the counter. We have played recent matches, and we've got some just the pre-season friendlies. And this is the recent match analysis. We've got good amount of goals scored, good amount of opposition touches, good amount of touches, keeping the opposition to long shots, so those defensive three doing a good job. Negatives, goal scoring spells, not scoring that regularly, which is a bit of a worry, but I think the guys are just getting used to, especially getting the most out of these inside forwards. We've lost possession, long range shots, always a problem, but we'll try and work out who's taking them and bring them off the long shots or ask them to shoot less. And then let's have a look. Well, let's have a look actually before we go any further. Let's have a look at the schedule. As you can see, we did get wins across the board. We had a draw with Sporting. Started, well, we played Exeter. I expect to beat Exeter. Starting to unlock the guys, get those goals. Unfortunately, the last game in the 90-something minute, Sergio Aguero got injured for 4 to 5 weeks. So he's going to be out of the first stages of the Premier League. But we've got a decent run in to start with. We've got Watford, Stoke, Leicester, and then we have Arsenal as our fourth game before we hit the Champions League. So we're going to take it easy. We got a nice run in, get the tactics settled in the Premier League. With Liverpool, we struggled these first 3 or 4 games to get the tactic. We made some changes, so looking to make sure we get it right this time round. So we'll play Watford today. Probably leave it to 1 game for this first episode as an introduction episode. Then we'll come back for Arsenal and probably the Champions League. And as you see, we've got Man United, Chelsea. Who have we got around Christmas? We have Boxing Day. Oh, so it starts again. We got Watford. Not got a bad Christmas period. Not at all. Huddersfield, Watford, Leicester, Stoke. Teams where we could use rotation if necessary. And how do we finish? We finished the season not too badly as well. West Brom, Newcastle, Huddersfield, Liverpool in there, and Tottenham could be a problem towards the end. But not bad. Not bad in terms of fixture list. Let's have a look at the squad. I did try and buy, what's his face? Alexis Sanchez to fill in on that left side. But Arsenal are having none of it. They want millions and millions that I don't have. So we're going to wait because I know he goes on free or on open contract at the end of the season. So he knows we want him. In the Liverpool save, he moved to Manchester City, so I'm hoping I'll be able to pick him up. So he'll be a bring-in, hopefully, fingers crossed, for next season. But we have brought in... Oh, let me go to transfers, because it's easier to do it this way. Transfers. Transfer history, that's what I want. Alexandro we've brought in as backup, as a first team left back. So we've got Mendy in at left back. Plays all across the left. He is well and away the best left back we've got in here. Absolutely impeccable stats. Brought him in for a tidy little 53 million. Not cheap. But when we were looking at the team depth, it was an area in which we were quite weak. So let's just make sure this is up. Selected role. So yeah, when we were looking at 3 stars, we didn't have anybody in there. So at 2 stars, we got Mendy, just comes in behind Sandro there. I like to look at this, especially with the big teams at 3 stars, seeing where the depth is. So we've got Danilo and Kyle Walker here. Danilo can also play left back and Mendy. So we've got some cover now for those wings. We've got Company, Otamendi and John Stones in there as the defenders. Bit of a hole here in the ball-winning midfielder role. Best defensive midfielder, we were told, is Gundogan. I'll go with Gundogan. But he doesn't play as the ball-winning midfielder, and I need that role to be a ball-winning midfielder. It can't be a playmaker because it needs to be defensive. So that may be someone we need to bring in. We know we brought in Dyer at Liverpool last season to fill that exact role. Well, actually, it was to fill a role up here, but it started off to fill that role. So he may be on the cards. We'll have a look. He's very expensive, though, and we haven't got them. Weirdly, with Manchester City, we haven't got the funds. Good playmakers in here. We've got Silva, De Bruyne, and Gundogan there. Yaya Toure also to come in if need be. And then on the attacking side, Aguero and Gabriel Jesus can play up top. We've got Bernardo Silva and Jesus that can play on the right. We've got Sane and Sterling that can play out on the left. But like I say, Sterling's only a 2 on an inside forward. We could do with some more backup there, and that's where Alexis Sanchez will come in. So I don't think we've not got enough money to bring anyone else in, I don't think, until mid-January if they give us a boost. If we do, we'll be looking for a ball and midfielder. I think we're okay up top. And we may look then to some of the youth players. They didn't look good enough yet to be brought in. But we're doing all right. We haven't got the depth that Liverpool have. And actually, looking at an inside left forward, it might be that we try and poach Salah. I imagine he'll be very difficult to take off Liverpool's hands, being how good he is. And that he's only been there a season. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the team. So this is the starting lineup. The guys are starting to work together. We've got some wins. We've got an easy run in. We've got now the higher tempo skin. It's very good for playing the game. And we have our first Premier League game. So I don't think there's anything else to go through. I think we're pretty clear. Like I say, we will be building that Tiki Taka style, Big Herb's Tiki Taka 4-3-3. Once we have it settled and working, we'll see how many cups we can get away with winning this season and next season. And that, like I say, 2 seasons. We'll see if we can beat our Liverpool gegenpressing tactic. If you haven't seen the Liverpool series, I'll link it above. Go and watch that. 26 episodes. It was spectacular. I'm a bit worried that I'm going to get fired here. It's going to be nowhere near as good. But go and check that one out. But now, this is it. We're moving on. We're ready for Tiki Taka. Gegenpressing's gone. Tiki Taka's in. So, let me just quickly sort out the team. We'll bring David Silva in. Some of the guys are a bit tired. Don't like the look of that. Yeah, Sandro we also brought in and got injured. That's always good. But I think I'm happy with that team. We got Watford at home. Let's get in. First game of the Premier League. And here we are. Here's the lineup. So Watford going with a 4-1-4-1. Pretty defensive. Oh, Hughes out on the left. Interesting. We're obviously lining up with our... Well, it's going to be the most beautiful Tiki Taka you've seen. Obviously, first game of the season, we haven't got any stats on who's been playing well, who's not been playing so well. Trying to build, I keep forgetting that you need to try really hard at the beginning to get the players on side. I kind of was going in and throwing out the tactic talks I was given at Liverpool after we'd won stuff and been there 2 seasons. That's not working, so I need to still win. Get the players on side. Get the influential guys behind me. I think the team leaders are Company, Yaya Toure and Silva. So those guys are the guys I need to get on side as early as I can. I think Aguero's in there as well, actually. Maybe one of them's not, and Aguero is in. So let's go out there and go for all the best out there. Have fun. We don't mind. Listen keenly. Listen keenly works for now. We don't need to worry about too much. We will, because they're playing a 4-1-4-1, this striker, Andre Gray, is going to be tighter marked because he's going to be out when he's lonesome. We'll see who becomes the attacking players from their midfield before we start closing more down. Let's get into the game. Get out of here. And our first Premier League game is underway at home at the Etihad. Playing in the sky blue. Oh, and as you can see, I'll show you the tempo. I got very excited. If you have any hints, anyone using the higher tempo skin, let me know if you've got any hints for what to have in the different sections. I've got it sorted now. There's two of them I'm a bit... When I'm in about. As we play now. Sterling goes through on goal. We nearly get a goal from a long ball. We're not supposed to be playing long balls. So as you can see now, this is the Tiki Taka. Look, the triangle's coming in. Just quick, short passes. Sterling booms that. And here we are. Oh, stop. Look at this paused. So we have here our team ratings over here on the left-hand side. We've then got all of the match stats down the middle here. Just what I wanted to see. We can get judged for the game here. We've then got shots, which we will set on overall to see who is taking the shots. Raheem Sterling's getting our shots at the moment and fluffing them. And then at the bottom here, I'm quite happy with shots. I've got feedback, but I'm not sure whether this is good enough. So this is our assistant manager's feedback. So we can have the league table, latest events, latest scores, just the match report, focuses of attacks, but like that, action zones, recent events, player ratings, body language. The rest of them just a bit ugh. So I think we'll leave this for now. But like I say, if you've got any suggestions, pop them down in the chat. We'll give them a go. But yeah, this is so much better for judging the team. I can see the stats. Pause. Have a look at the tackles, the passes. Should see very, very high pass completion from these guys here. Okay. Highlight here. 28 minutes taken to get this one. Silva, De Bruyne. De Silva. Can they unlock and find somebody else? Because they're just playing keep ball. Sterling. He's got someone outside him. De Bruyne. Goes to Walker, into Bernardo. Bernardo into Gabriel Jesus gets closed down. I do wonder whether we've got it on balance at the moment, whether we push to go a bit wider. Fernandinho doing a great job there. Just what I want him to do. Win the ball back. Sterling to Walker. De Bruyne. Can he use Walker again? No. Fernandinho into Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. Sterling. Danilo. Into Sterling. Right, Walker's come across. There we go. Gabriel Jesus. Comes inside, makes it 1-0. First goal for this Man City team. I'm a bit worried that the problem you do have with Tiki Taka is you think sometimes they're just passing it around. They're not getting anywhere. But they are just probing. Like I said, it came back and out 2 or 3 times before Walker finds that killer ball, plays it, and we get the goal. 57% possession. It's not the greatest, is it? Free kick now. De Bruyne puts it short to Walker. Plays a lovely ball in, actually. Now Company. Can he go back outside? Walker again. Into De Bruyne. Silva. Oh, that was unlucky for Watford. Pinged her. Oh, no goal. Come on, guys. Give us a break. Don't show me the no goal highlights. Coming up to half-time now. We will keep an eye out on the shots as well, because I want to see who's taking those shots from long range. Do we need to switch them around? Do I need to move them about? Tell him just to stop doing it. Lovely job, though. 1-0 up. Maybe should have been 2. Lost possession, struggled possession in the opposition's half. It's interesting, considering we should just be playing keep ball. Let's go for a talk to the team. Let's go for an assertive. I know things are going well, but I know you're capable of better, or don't get complacent. I know you're capable of better. Some of them are at 6.4s or 6.5s. Let's give these guys a bit of a talking to, shall we? Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling. Calm. I'm not happy with performance. Good. Look, firing up. We'll take that as a win. We'll leave that for now. We'll take that as a win. As the second half gets underway. So do let me know down in the comments if you have watched the Gegenpressing series and you are following on into this new city with Man City, or new save with Man City, or why is this changed? Why is this changed overall? Or are you new? Have you come in because I am playing with Manchester City? So let me know down in the comments. Where have you found me? Let me know. I'm interested to know where you've come from. Are you die-hard? Die-hard? It's burp when I'm saying it. That's unprofessional. You die-hard Big Herb fans. Or are you new? New to the channel? Alright, we've hit 60 minutes and we've got some lackluster performances. I mean, we don't have backup strikers. That is also someone we should probably be looking to bring someone in. Or at least bringing someone up from the youth team. Let's bring on a Zinchenko. He was pretty good, old Zinchenko. Oh, hang on. I thought Gabriel Jesus was at 6.4. Let's do a double sub then. Zinchenko, he was pretty good actually in the friendlies. I quite liked him. I think he's going to be a little favourite of mine. And then we'll bring on Leroy Sané. He didn't impress me, which is why Sterling was playing. But those positions are still up for grabs. I'm looking for my next Mane and my next Salah. or Coutinho. Guys I can get behind. Oh. Right, we've got a free kick here. Oh, it's a second yellow. Cool. 15 minutes left. Watford down to 10. Look at those long shots. Who's number 17? Coming inside. Kevin De Bruyne. No good, man. Free kick here for Watford. Oh. Watford have equalised with 5 minutes to go. And they're down to 10 men. From a bloody direct free kick. Ah, 3 men in a wall. Might need to change that. We've had 13 shots. Only 4 on target, which is not good considering when we're supposed to be walking the ball into the box. Zinchenko now. Go back out to Walker. Walker, can he put it in? He can. Oh, 2 defenders there. Silva. Go on, Silva. Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, no, he's hit the bar again. Oh, no. Have we hit the bar twice in 2 minutes? Oh, this is not our day. Britos on the ball. Britos. Did their defender score that free kick? Cleverly now. Come on, close down. You're supposed to be on closing down more. Gray. Chaloba. Plays in Gray. Oh, God, I thought we were going to lose. See, I feel like we're going to have the same problem. I might have to bring that defensive midfielder forward into a flat midfield 3. Because if you look, we're supposed to be closing down here. We give them way too much time here, which is the problem we had with the gegenpressing. And when they're then defending, we've got 5 back. Or maybe we bring these guys forwards as wing backs, actually playing as wing backs rather than full backs. We'll try the 2 methods. Because when you've got them back there, like, there's no point having Fernandinho sit here if they're just going to play a long ball through to Gray. It makes no sense. Oh. That was the end. It wasn't the brilliant way to start. But I mean, I think we lost last time. So, not bad. 15 shots, 4 on target. Not great at all. Clear-cut chances, key passes. Let's have a look at the analysis. And you go to team analysis. Here we go. Shots. So this is all of the shots that we've had then. 2 of them were goals. Where did the goals come from? Oh, our goal came from the middle. So who do we have? It's a lot of shots from the centre here, outside. Longer shots. So Sterling had a couple of terrible ones. Don't worry about saved, or blocked, or goals, or really hit the woodwork. This is where we've got to watch. Zinchenko. Bernardo Silva. Look at those. Bananas over there. De Bruyne getting forward and having shots off targets. Who's 25? Silva, most likely. No, Fernandinho. What's he having a shot for? Okay. So have a look at those inside forwards. Make sure they're playing. The right-sided one should be left-footed and left-footed one should be right-sided. But we don't do too much analysis. It's 1 game in. It's the first game of the season. Let's get into the dressing room. Let's give him a bit of a rollick in there. Let's just put a calm. That wasn't good enough. We should have won. Okay, look. Fired up. Good start. Good start. Man, whatever. First episode. It's fine. First game. We've got a long season ahead of us. Like I say, I'm going to go away and play Stoke and Leicester now. And I will be back for the Arsenal and the first game in our Champions League group stage. Where I'll also be announcing what the Champions League group is. But we will leave that there for a first episode. I hope you have enjoyed a little introduction. I mean, you should know Manchester City's team. It's very difficult to do an introduction for such a big team. But let me know down in the comments, are you looking forward to the series? And again, remember, let me know, where have you come from? Have you come from the gegenpressing series? Have you watched the gegenpressing series? Now you're ready to get into this Tiki Taka series? Or are you in new because I am starting with Manchester City and you are maybe a Manchester City fan? So let me know down in the comments where you've come from. Smash that like button if you have enjoyed. And I shall see you next time as we start to get into this. Get into the guts of bringing Tiki Taka to the Premier League. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.